What is up, gamers? Oh no, I flashbanged myself. I turned on my light and it was much too bright. But anyway, what's up, gamers? How's it going? Today, I am here to talk about Monster Hunter Rises, quote, lack of content, unquote. I'm sure if you're playing Monster Hunter Rise, and you're like seriously into it, and you've no-lifed it, and you're not taking it slow, you'll realize that there isn't too much to do at the moment. And I say that I know that's not particularly true, but for some people it is. For me, it kind of is, but kind of isn't. It kind of is mostly because I have terrible luck and I can't get what I want, and it is making it very difficult for me to actually continue. For example, I'm trying to get Almudron orbs. Oh wait, yeah, hold on. We do need to edit that guild card. I've gotten one orb. So I've gotten one out of... we'll edit it later. I've gotten 1 out of 3 orbs that I need. I also need Magnamalo plates. And let me show you how many of those I've hunted. So, first, Almudron. I have hunted 35. Hunted 26, captured 9. And Magnamalo is 40 plus. I've gotten 1 orb from each. I've gotten like 5 Almudron plates, but I don't need plates anymore. And I've gotten like 2 Magnamalo plates. So, needless to say, I'm demoralized. Also, what adds on to that, here, let me show you how many Rathian plates and rubies I have. You like this? You like this? I don't need these. I could sell these. I'm not going to. Also, look at Anjanath plates and Anjanath gems, as well as Mizutsune orb and plate. Like, what the fuck, game? What the fuck? Also, Zenogre plate and Jasper. But I am going to use that later, so I'm not too upset about that one for sure. I'm going to use it for sure. So that's the current state of things. But back to the point. Monster Hunter Rise, for some people, doesn't feel like it has a lot of content. Now, I kind of agree because of what I just said before, as well as what I did some research, and I wanted to compare Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter Rise's base monsters. Surprisingly, World had less base monsters than Rise. I thought that wasn't the case. I thought Rise had less base monsters in its game. But no. Monster Hunter World had 30? No, like 20, 28, 29. The list I'm looking at lists the Kultaroth, Lunastra, Behemoth, Deviljho. Those things weren't in base world. I'm specifically talking about things that were there when the game released. So it's like 28 monsters. 28, 29. I don't know. While Rise, on the other hand, has 32 monsters. Base game. And I thought, that's kind of weird. So, number one, don't complain about the monster count because World had less monsters base. And we'll be getting monsters much sooner than we did in World, because at the end of April, this month is April, right? Yeah, at the end of April, we're getting new monsters. So, That's all good and dandy. Which is quicker than when we got new monsters for World. I think, though, one of the reasons why people may think, myself included, that Rise had less monsters in the world is that there are less new monsters in Rise. World introduced a good amount of new monsters. Probably because it was like on a new engine, or just they were flaunting off their artwork or something. I have no idea. But there were more new monsters in World than there are in Rise. Like, in Rise, there's new 9 monsters right now. The rest of the 32 monsters in Rise are returning monsters. Well, World, on the other hand, has... fuck, dude. A lot. Like, the majority of the World cast... Maybe not the majority. Half. I'll say half. Because I'm not going to count it out right now. I didn't do that before recording, and I'm not going to do it now. So I'd say about half of the World roster was new. And that might contribute to the thinking process of why Rise has less content. But another thing is that when there's seemingly just not a lot to do in Rise. Like, there's no high rank village quests for some reason. I'm not quite understanding about that. I wish there were high rank village quests, but there's not. Rampage quests, well, neat in concept, are a pain to do solo. Especially against Anjanath. By the way, Anjanath is a problem. I'll talk more on that later. In World, we had investigations. When you got monster tracks, you got investigations, and those investigations would give you more rewards. That was also how you farmed decos in that game. Decorations. That's not in here. Thankfully, because that's not here, we can just craft decorations at the blacksmith, as we were able to in previous games. However, not having investigations does contribute to there being less to do. Yes, investigations were just monster hunts, but more rewards, more satisfying. Papa John's. So that's another thing. Something that tips in Rise's favor is the Palico and Palamute system. Palamute's not so much at the moment. I really wish there was more Palamute gear. Like, it doesn't even fill up the whole thing. I've got all the Palamute tools. I've got an award for collecting all the Palamute tools. So I hope they add in more soon, cause the current ones, I'm not a fan of the scrolls. I'd much rather have more actual gear. That's my opinion on it. But the Palico system is back. Yes, the gadgets were nice in World, however, I liked being able to really customize my Palico. Like, all of this. Also, you'll notice that I am currently assembling a pink army because I am Mr. Pink, so, you know. I was able... This is what I mean. Like, I spent like an hour getting all of these Palicos with the right skills. You'll see a lot of shock prisons. You'll see a lot of poisons. You'll see a lot of healing bubble, power drum, anti-monster mine, these are the skills I wanted them to have. So I just rotated them. And these skills as well. You can choose your Palico to be tankier. You can choose them to have a higher status attack. So I take these two Palicos right here. They put a monster to sleep like instantly because they both have status attack up. It's really nice. So I think not a lot of people are doing their Palicos justice. I think they're just rolling with the base pets that you get. Well, they may be fine with doing that, but like some others may just not know about the depth of the Palico system, and they're just ignoring it. That's another thing to do in the game. One last thing that I am curious about, don't exactly know how to word it. It has something to do with the blacksmith. I'll just go there for you guys. I went the long way. But the ramp up weapons. Rampage skills feel they feel nice, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, they just feel kinda bland. Or maybe not powerful enough. I'm sure this will change as we get higher tier rampages and whatnot. This is just a personal gripe of mine at the moment. But it feels like they could have done more with their rampage skills. I'm sure they will. But, you know, at the moment it's just kind of there. I do like Silkbind boost. I do like the element exploit. I do like the elemental blight exploit. I also like dragon exploit. I just feel like the plain number boosting though is kind of bland and boring. That's just me though. I much prefer building sets for specific monsters, while others may want to build sets that are general use. And I mean, I build some of those, but I like to build sets against certain specific monsters. Like, I have a set specifically for dealing with Almudron, which is in fact the set I'm wearing now. I've got Fire Attack, Hellfire, Rapid Morph because I play Switch Axe. But yeah, that's what I like to do. And I'm trying to get an Almudron Orb so I can fully upgrade the Almudron Switch Axe so I can make my Magnamalo hunting set, which makes Magnamalo plate getting easier. I shouldn't say easier, faster. But I also have a good luck set for when I do hunt the Magnamalo. But I'll get into that later. I will get into that later. Anyway, lots of rambling. I do think that I got my point across though. So, for those complaining about Monster Hunter Rise lacking content, slightly justified. For those that are happy with the amount of content, justified. Slightly justified. Either way, as long as you're having fun with the game, that's all good. If you're done with the game for now, just wait until the end of April. There will be new monsters for you to hunt. I'll be there. You'll be there. Others will be there. I'll be here. I'll be playing until the end of April and continuing on when the new monsters are here. Because my goal is to get all the Switch Axes. That's my goal at the moment. We'll see how that goes. I do want to play all the weapons except for Sword and Shield and Charge Blade because they're bad, dumb, stupid. And then after I play all the weapons, I'll be making a tier list video of how fun they are all to play. Or how easy they are to get into. We'll find out which one I do. Both? Maybe. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it. If you agree with my points, if you disagree with my points, go ahead and comment down below. what you agree with or disagree with. If you have another point to argue either which way, let me know. I'll debate you, maybe, or agree with you, disagree, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Either way, I will be responding to comments, so do that if you so desire. Anyway, that is it. Thanks for watching, again, and peace out.